How to write a series of paragraphs. Preparation for the Ontario Secondary School Literacy Test. The series of paragraphs is scored using two rubrics. The first one is on language conventions, that's spelling and punctuation. The second rubric is on topic development. This rubric looks at how well you organize your ideas. Does the series of paragraphs respond to the topic question? Did you follow the series of paragraphs format? Have you included supporting details? In the following slides, you will learn how to achieve a passing mark on the series of paragraphs. Let's start from step 1.
The series of paragraphs writing task asks you to express an opinion and provide facts or examples to support your argument. It's important to brainstorm ideas in the rough notes section before writing. Let's practice now.
Here's an example of a series of paragraphs topic that has been used in the past. Does homework improve learning? I'm going to focus on the topic question first. Do I agree or disagree with this question? I could argue that homework improves learning, or I can argue that homework does not improve learning.
Before I decide which side to write about, I should brainstorm arguments first. What arguments can I use to back up my opinion? Well, homework provides practice. It definitely keeps students busy after school. And it's good exercise for the brain. Now what arguments do I have to prove that homework does not improve learning? Well, it can be overwhelming for students, and homework doesn't get marked. I have good arguments for both sides, but I have more arguments to prove that homework does improve learning. So I'm going to pick this side and write about it.
Now that we've completed the rough notes, let's focus on how to organize a series of paragraphs. How do I start to write one? There are 5 parts in a series of paragraphs: the introduction, the first argument, the second argument, the third argument, and the conclusion, also known as sun, star, 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 moon, a beginning and an end to your series of paragraphs.
Another way to remember the series of paragraphs is with the acronym OAT. O-A-A-A-T. First, there's your opinion. State it. Then, there are your 3 arguments. Prove them. Finally, there's your thoughtful conclusion. And you can leave it because you are finished with your series of paragraphs. Your first paragraph is the introduction, and it includes a general opening statement to start with as a way to get the reader interested. There's also the I believe statement. The I believe statement is a combination of your opinion and the 3 arguments you brainstormed. In front of you is a student example from a previous literacy test. Let's take a moment to focus on the introduction. Can you locate the general opening statement? Can you locate the I believe statement? Pause the video and highlight or underline them in red. Yes, you located the general opening statement. And here is the I believe statement that includes your opinion, homework improves learning, and your 3 arguments. Now you know how to write your first paragraph, the introduction.
The next paragraph is the first argument. This includes the first of your 3 arguments. Evidence, which can include facts or an example to prove your argument, and an explanation of how it's important. Look at the student example in front of you, and let's break down the parts of the first argument together. Can you locate the first argument, the evidence, and the explanation? Pause the video while you look. Underline or highlight the first argument in red and evidence and explanation in yellow. Yes, you found the first argument. It's exactly the first argument in your I believe statement from the introduction. There's the evidence, and here's the explanation. Now you know how to write the introduction and the first argument.
The next paragraph is the second argument. This includes the second of your three arguments: evidence, which can include facts or examples to prove your argument, and an explanation of how and why it's important. Let's take a look at the student example and locate each element of the second argument paragraph.
Can you locate the second argument, the evidence, and the explanation? Pause the video while you look. Highlight or underline the second argument in red and the evidence and explanation in yellow.
Yes, you found the second argument. It's exactly like the second argument in your I believe statement from the introduction. There's the evidence, and here's the explanation. Now you know how to write the introduction, the first argument, and the second argument.
The next paragraph is the third and final argument. This includes the third argument, evidence, which can include facts or an example to prove your argument, and an explanation of how it's important. Let's take a look at the third paragraph and break down the parts of the third argument together. Can you locate the third argument, the evidence, and the explanation? Pause the video while you look. Underline or highlight the third argument in red and evidence and explanation in yellow. Yes, you found the third argument. It's exactly like the third argument in your I believe statement from the introduction. There's the evidence, and here's the explanation. Now you know how to write the introduction, first argument, second argument, and third argument.
The final paragraph is the conclusion. It includes the I believe statement again. Before you finish, write a thoughtful concluding sentence to keep the readers thinking about your topic. Look at the student example in front of you, and let's look more closely at the conclusion. Can you locate the I believe statement and the thoughtful concluding sentence? Pause the video to highlight or underline them in green. Yes, you've located the I believe statement. Homework is very important because it allows students to practice, it is productive, and it improves the brain's ability to think. And here is a thoughtful concluding sentence. Learning doesn't happen in one day, so it is important to study and do homework. Now you know how to write the introduction, the first, second, and third argument, and your conclusion.
Before you start to write your series of paragraphs, remember these important tips. Indent the first line of every paragraph. Use transition words such as to begin with, secondly, thirdly, to conclude.
Remember to pick a side and stick to your opinion. And finally, provide details.
Now it's your turn. Good luck!